What separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance.
All the greatest successful people in the world have always had a team to back them up. They've always been a part of something. It's never been just them. They've had this core group of people which helps them and they help each other grow and learn and experience life together so that they can gain the skills to become the most successful individuals that they are striving to be. Once you've made it to the peak of success and people see that you are a team player and you're all about teamwork, making the dream work, then they will be more susceptible to do that, and your company will grow and grow and grow because you're not focused on one person. You're focused on the team collaborative effort.
So in 1,001 little and sometimes larger ways, the vision needs to be reiterated.
Of everybody putting in their best work to perfectly strive to the greatest point that you could possibly make it. That would basically be impossible if you were trying to do it alone. Because with others, you have so many more minds and ideas being thrown out there left and right. Other people thinking of things and knowing different information and having different life experiences. Being in a team in the business world is truly vital to incredible success. Because when you start to struggle, you'll have a solid anchor to lean on for help. And when other people start to struggle, you have that opportunity to be the anchor for help. And that will absolutely help you grow in so many different ways.
Where we have to start is with our products and our services, not with our marketing department.
One of the key things that manufacturing can contribute to competitive advantage is time to market. Why is that? Because the way most things work is you design your product here, and after you're done, you throw it over the wall and you design your manufacturing process, sorting out a bunch of things that maybe weren't done right here, fixing them, changing them, and then completing the process design. What you want to do is do this and ship it right here while your competitors are still here. That's what we've been able to do in many cases. What we do is we suck data out of our CAD systems in engineering. We zing them around over the local networks over a T1 to Fremont. The factory's about 15 minutes away. In our own computers, we compute all of the robot placement programs, fully optimized path. We compute all the vision system programs. We check it against the bill of materials in the IS system, and we download it to the robots, and we're ready to build a board, lot size of 1, in between 2 production CPU boards. Full surface mount with all of our automation technology. Now, the key is that manufacturing did that so well for engineering, which is one that, but within 24 months, will be the largest reason people are buying our computers, is interpersonal computing. Improving group productivity and collaboration through the use of sophisticated desktop computers. And right now, when we first meet a customer, we tell them about interpersonal computing. I'm sure most of them would rather hear about the custom app solutions and the great productivity apps that we have. But as these customers become educated in the sales cycle, I'm sure all of you have seen the value of interpersonal computing. And as we are successful, customer by customer, over the next year to 18 months, interpersonal computing will be something that rises on the customer's agenda of what's important, even as we walk in the door. As Regis McKenna once said, the best marketing is education. And as we accomplish that education, more and more customers are going to be asking us about interpersonal computing versus us having to educate them. Interpersonal computing is something that, again, relies on a very powerful desktop computer and very sophisticated networking.
An incredibly collaborative company. One person's in charge of iPhone OS software. One person's in charge of Mac hardware. One person's in charge of iPhone hardware engineering. Another person's in charge of worldwide marketing. Another person's in charge of operations. We all meet for 3 hours once a week, and we talk about everything we're doing, the whole business. And there's tremendous teamwork at the top of the company, which filters down to tremendous teamwork throughout the company. And teamwork is dependent on trusting the other folks to come through with their part without watching them all the time, but trusting that they're going to come through with their parts. That's what we do really well. And we're great at figuring out how to divide things up into these great teams that we have and all work on the same thing, touch bases frequently, and bring it all together into a product. What I do all day is meet with teams of people, work on ideas and solve problems, to make new products, to make new marketing programs, whatever it is.
To me,
Marketing's about value. This is a very complicated world. It's a very noisy world. And we're not going to get a chance to get people to remember much about us. No company is. And so we have to be really clear on what we want them to know about us. Now, Apple, fortunately, is one of the half a dozen best brands in the whole world. Right up there with Nike, Disney, Coke, Sony. It is one of the greats of the greats, not just in this country, but all around the globe. But even a great brand needs investment and caring if it's going to retain its relevance and vitality. And the Apple brand has clearly suffered from neglect in this area in the last few years. And we need to bring it back. The way to do that is not to talk about speeds and beats. It's not to talk about MIPS and megahertz. It's not to talk about why we're better than Windows. The dairy industry tried for 20 years to convince you that milk was good for you. It's a lie, but they tried anyway. The sales were going like this.